All right, you guys, welcome back to another episode of Fan Therapy. Back with the usual panel. You already know we're talking about NBA. I got some of the greatest basketball players I know with me, some of the greatest basketball players you'll ever hear speak about the game. We got first Malachi, 2021 landmark champ, back to back defensive player of the year, 2020 2021 all time Drew University leader in block shots. Malachi, how you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. What's going on, Justin? How you feeling, brother?
Feeling good, feeling good, feeling good to be
Glad to
back
hear
for
it.
another episode talking about the
Good.
NBA Finals.
Yes, sir.
Unfortunately, this NBA Finals, well, unfortunately for some, fortunate for others, this Finals will be without Howie's favorite team. We got Howie on the other end of the panel, another landmark champion, of course, 1,000 point scorer throughout his college career, landmark conference rookie of the year, three-time landmark first team, two-time All Met first team, NABC hoops first team All Region selection. Howie, your team's not in it, but you got to see a good game. How you feeling about it?
I'm not gonna lie, man. Like I said last time, I'm just happy to be where we at. I'm just happy it's good basketball on TV. I can enjoy it. I can enjoy it now, stress free. I can watch the game without being on my toes and sitting on pins. So I'm feeling good.
No, yeah, just you and your team, y'all both seem pretty stress free. We'll definitely get into it. Starting off though, big news coming out of your team. It's gonna start where it matters most. Your coach, Tom Thibodeau, Tommy T, is no longer going to be coaching the Knicks. I'm not sure if they mentioned it was mutual or not, but he's going to be departing from the team. A lot of layers to this decision overall. To start, just how are you feeling as a Knicks fan, Howie?
I mean, like I've been talking to a lot of my Knicks fans, friends, and things like that, and other people that watch the sport. Um, I'm like 50-50 on it. Like I don't know. And one half of me is like good. I'm like we can get a fresh start and we can kind of elevate from where we last left off. But another side of me is also like he did bring us this far, especially coming into the season, not thinking that we can get this far. I think just a little minor tweak, like his defensive scheme is good. That's what he's there for, and obviously offense kind of does itself. So I didn't really see the reason in firing him, but at the same time, I'm not too mad at it, and I hope that we don't make a stupid hire. So
Mhm. I feel you there. Honestly, we'll talk a little bit about what hires could be out there. Mal, as kind of you're in the middle, you're not really too worried about who the Knicks are hiring. But how do you feel about them firing Tom? So not too early, but just after
Um,
a big achievement for the team.
nah, that was early. He that was like a week after.
Oh yeah, early in the yes, absolutely
Yes.
early in the offseason cycle for sure.
um, I think it was. I think it was due. I mean, I kind of had that thought coming in, like if they were to lose, that it would happen. Um, I think it's kind of overdue, bro. I mean,
Mm,
to hang your hat on saying that he got him this far, I don't think that that's enough credit to keep a guy like just making it to the Eastern Conference Finals. If they won, made it to the chip, that's a little different. But getting to that point once in however many years he coached there is like, that's not enough to keep a guy around when there's other candidates, that could help the team, could take that next step with the talent that they have. But I think it was due, man. Tom has that stubborn mentality where he wants to play, 5, 7 guys, and
mm.
it's obvious the two teams in the finals now aren't following that metric. They play about 10 guys. So I mean, he has an old fashioned kind of style of coaching, and you got to adapt, you got to change. A lot of the newer coaches, younger coaches are
Yeah.
really making their mark in the league now. So something's got to change, and I think that them actually firing him was a big step for the Knicks, and hopefully a step forward instead of one back. So
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was definitely just a way of Knicks kind of just showing they not change the identity, but really just taking this kind of championship window really seriously. But kind of as a team that kind of struggled, and I honestly almost every year we've seen the team up to this point, they've been in through some sort of transition of some sort. Do you think they should have maybe like looking at their history been leaning more towards just kind of having some safety maybe not being there yet, but like, they kind of built this team to beat the Celtics, and it's kind of what panned out.
I mean, anytime you're building a team, I mean, I get it, but then I don't get it. Like, we build a team to beat the Celtics, but we're acting like there's not Indiana, there's not the Cavs, not other teams in the East. And like, it sucks that we did all. I guess like thinking about it, probably like, we can handle them, and then see Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals. That's what I guess the plan was. But in terms of just like how Mal was saying, the old fashioned kind of game doesn't work anymore. If you look at all the best teams, are all deep. They're all deep. Cavs, Celtics, OKC, obviously Pacers, and even like the young teams coming up, like Pistons. Pistons played 8-9 players. So I mean, I think in terms of just coaching wise and playing 6-7 guys, that had to go. But now the Knicks have to they have to make smarter decisions in terms of who they're gonna actually put to play those 8-9 minutes off the bench as well. But I don't know. Like I said, I really just don't. I really just pray we don't experiment and get a brand new guy I've never heard of. There's too many coaches out there, too many good coaches out there that could work in this system with this many talented players. But knowing the Knicks trajectory, they can definitely mess us up bad, and that's gonna piss me off.
1,000%. The Knicks will always Nick. They're gonna hire someone not named Mike Malone. They will screw this up, bro. And if it's not that, if they do hire a great coach, they're gonna mess up and trade somebody for
something,
someone whack in return, or something ludicrous. Like, bro, McHale, 5 first-round picks. Like, they're gonna mess us up somewhere down the line for sure. It's just what they do. They always do it. But I don't know, man. I mean, like I said, they have a lot of things that they gotta figure out. It looks like they're not gonna try to run it back with this team either. And I don't think you can, because like you're saying, there's no depth there. You have McBride off the bench, Mitchell Robinson, campaign. Like, you're not going too far with that. You're not going too far with that jabroni. Like, even though he killed this brother right here. What does that say? Riley on the forearm?
Yo, chill. I might be a shot. I don't know.
I don't know who
that is. He did great in the conference finals. That brother played his butt off. He was great. He killed the Pacers. He killed the Pacers on the boards. Like, I'm sure someone could use him, but it's like,
I don't know. With his contract, I don't mind keeping him. We're not overpaying him or anything crazy like that. So I don't mind keeping him. He's definitely a decent backup big. I wouldn't say the greatest, but he could definitely give us 20 good minutes off the bench. I think where the Knicks need depth is at the point guard position, and to get Jalen Brunson off the ball. And then I would say we need one more wing it's very similar to a 3-and-D type. Like, that's the only thing. I would say another point guard, and because Deuce is not really a point guard. He's like a combo guard, and I end up letting Josh Hart be our backup point guard, and that didn't go well.
And that's my thing, though. You guys have no capital to get a decent wing, a decent point guard. You guys don't have the money.
You got to take a chance. I know it's hard. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. The front office got to cook, but usually they burn it. They burn the food. They burn the food. So I don't know. I'm just praying for the best.
Y'all need y'all Ryan Nembhard, literally. That's literally what you guys need.
What we need.
Something like that.
They were trying to make Deuce into it, but that's not his body.
What pick do they have in the draft?
I don't think we even have a pick.
I was saying,
can't do nothing like that.
And if we do, it's second round for sure.
I'm looking this up, but
what was the last draft pick that y'all had that person panned out to be something for you guys, not someone else?
For us?
For you guys, not someone else.
Mitchell Robinson.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's Obi Toppin leaves and he becomes a better player. Kristaps leaves, he becomes a better player. Like,
Nah, Knicks don't do well with homegrown talent. That's always been a thing. But there's not many teams that do well with homegrown talent. It's rare. Like, you're a staple homegrown talent that's good is like OKC, Boston. Those are top two.
Who?
OKC and Boston.
Look at Cade. Look at Cade. Look at. I mean, Victor's a one-time thing.
Victor's gonna be good regardless.
But bro, this is the New York
I
Knicks.
mean, Dallas does pretty solid with homegrown talent as well.
Even if you look at Brooklyn, Brooklyn has Cam Thomas at least and Nick Claxton.
I
But
can't.
that's better
Okay,
than you
whoa,
guys
whoa,
have
whoa,
Mitchell
whoa, whoa,
Robinson.
whoa, whoa. Let's slow down. Let's slow down. We're not gonna throw Nick Claxton into that.
No,
Into
but
that
I'm
segment.
saying for them to have they drafted a solid player. You guys,
He's on the same level as Mitchell Robinson.
that's valid. And Cam
Okay.
Thomas is on
Cam
the same
Thomas is a
level.
bucket, but Cam Thomas has to take that leap. He can score all the points he wants. He doesn't make an impact on the game.
You guys have Deuce and Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, those are our last two good draft picks. Yep.
Who else? Who else was? It was And when it was time to play guards, it was DeLon and
DeLon and Deuce and Campaign.
Campaign, and then Shamit also got minutes. That's who also. Yeah.
I mean,
guess like if y'all move like off one of the bigger pieces, you guys can try to get some people back, but likely you'd move to get somebody like one of them to get somebody like a Giannis or something.
Hot take, and this is me being a Knicks fan. Hot take. I'm giving
before you even say it. Garbage take. Go ahead though. Go ahead.
But anywho, hot take.
You're a fan that before you're saying this, I know it's gonna be garbage. Go ahead. All right.
Disregard that brother, please. He's feeling a little faded on a Friday evening. But anyway, my hot take: next year, if I was in charge, I'm pulling aside number 13, Tyler Kolek, and I'm telling him you're gonna play 15 minutes next year at minimum, and you're gonna watch your mouth. Don't speak on a
salary cap manager.
Don't speak on a Marquette legend like that. Don't do that. I'm pulling aside Tyler Kolek, and I'm telling him step your game up.
Whose ass is he gonna bust?
Nope, he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to. One, he plays D, so that's fine. You're not picking on him.
On who?
Yo. I need you to relax. I can't wait. I can't wait until next year comes and we can clip this up and say that I was right. I just can't wait.
What are you saying? Like he's gonna play and he's gonna
No,
play.
I'm saying I'm the same way. Remember when the Knicks traded Emmanuel quickly and all of a sudden we saw Deuce McBride?
Yeah.
That's the kind of deal I'm saying for. But right now, the backup point guard is Campaign. So he's already on a 1-year contract. He's out of here. I'm not gonna go search for. I'm gonna develop the home talent that we just drafted, and I think he's a great player. He's been killing the G League. And I'm saying you're going to play backup for Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson's still going to play 30-plus minutes a game, but you give him out there for 10 minutes, even when Jalen Brunson's out there, put him off guard.
Whooped. That's baby.
I think the homegrown thing's out the window. You guys traded all your first-round picks for Villanova gimmick.
You guys are going to put...
Listen, that's my take. That's why it's a hot take.
What is he going to do? What is he going to do for you guys when Brunson is off the court? Facilitate, score the rock, defend? What is his...
All three of those things. All three of those things at a solid level.
You're cooked.
He reminds me of like a TJ McConnell.
Oh my god.
Okay.
A rookie reminds you of a guy who's been in the league for like
he's
7 years.
He's a rookie right now. Next year he'll be a sophomore.
He reminds you of him because he's white.
No, actually. He reminds me of him because he's a little scrappy. He's a little scrappy, quick guard, pushes pace. And he don't take nothing from nobody.
No, but we're here. Okay, since we're here, what is he going to do against TJ McConnell when they line up against each other? Both guards.
Balance each other out. I mean, obviously, TJ's going to be a better player. He's a veteran. The plan is to balance him out. But obviously, TJ McConnell's a better guard. TJ McConnell killed all of our guards anyway. So what's the difference?
Exactly.
Okay. Baby. But why would, like you just said, we don't have the capital to go get anybody, so why don't we just use something that we already have and turn him into a monster?
The thing is that guy doesn't have that monster in him to be brought.
You don't know that. But I'm taking the risk. I'm taking the risk. That's why it's a hot take at the end of the day. I'm taking the risk on him.
Wasting people's prime years to take a risk with a jabroni.
How are we wasting his prime years? He's a sophomore in the league.
I'm not talking about him. You guys could bring in a better player. You're wasting Brunson's years, Cat's years.
How?
Try Cuzzo, a sophomore one off the bench.
Okay.
First player off the bench, bro. The
Not
backup.
first player off the bench. No, it's still going to be Deuce ahead of him. Still going to be Mitchell Robinson ahead of him. But another guard to take the point guard reign off of Jalen Brunson's shoulders. You play him 7 to 12 minutes a game. He doesn't have to go out there and play 25 minutes. No.
Yeah. That's why I think it's a weird time to create new questions for y'all. That's why I think this move is a little weird for you guys specifically, because I think like the homegrown thing kind of went out the window when the Mikal Bridges trade thing happened, and then like we're able to see like TJ McConnell's thrive because like they thrive in that system, and we just don't know how your bench players react to a system because they just don't get played. So I think to your point, we're gonna have to see like a lot of questions answered at a time where it felt you guys were like right there. So it's kind of telling me that maybe Tom Thibodeau wasn't willing to kind of shift his philosophies in terms of coaching for sure.
That's a great point. And this is my last point on this subject, so we can move on.
Go ahead, man.
That's the last point there.
I might let you off after you make your point. You might one more.
Okay, bet. At this point, you're getting a new coach. It's a new system, so things are going to change up. His game could fit better into that system. Also, you do have the leverage of still trading at the deadline. The NBA trade deadline is a real thing. So you let him do what he needs to do, prove whatever he could prove throughout from October to December, January, realize it. Okay, it's not working. Let's go get something that could actually work. But I think that's the way to go. As a Knicks fan, I personally would like to see that.
I'm just laughing because I forgot the dude's name already. But I
think Tyler Kolek. Remember the name, Tyler.
Yes,
Kolek.
No, absolutely, no. I think that is kind of the method that you guys have to lean into to kind of get out of not even the situation you're in, but kind of get over the hump a bit. But the thing is, you kind of ruin that.
They have no other leverage. They have you have to just say, let me just throw it at the wall and see how it works. You have nothing. You have nothing.
Yeah. Nothing. I think that's why
you guys have nothing. You guys go around first round picks from Mikal Bridges, a dude that you were hating on while we were watching these games, bro.
Sure was.
You guys have no leverage. You guys are screwed.
He better become ready to play next year. I can't have that again.
I think this honestly for y'all all unfortunately stemmed from like y'all like within the past 3 years, like just decided you guys wanted to be a winning like basketball organization off the rank that 2 players that went to the same or 3 players that went to the same college together or on the same team. So you guys like it worked because Jalen Brunson's a dog, thankfully. But like, I don't know. I think you guys kind of felt like for lack of better phrasing, ass backwards into a really good team. And you guys just never really built around it. And then the stars that honestly, an organization that only really can survive just by putting butts in the seats and like no matter they're winning or losing, they just fell backwards in some good players and don't really know how to supplement it. That's why I think Tom Thibodeau may have been the best choice because he can get a lot out of very few players, but we're gonna see that change with his next coach. Most likely, gonna have to add some players at a cheap price. Gonna have to draft well at higher picks. But yeah, I'm excited to see this change out of the Knicks because I think they're gonna legitimize a lot of their processes. It's gonna be really interesting to see how they go about it, and that probably starts with the coach they're hiring, seeing kid stuff. But yeah, we'll let you off now. How we talking about the Knicks? No, we've been on it for a minute. Actually, we'll talk a bit. We'll have to circle back on them later. But away from a team that has been sent home and is partying, and onto a group of players that are in the finals, in a small market finals that has not been very viewed, apparently, according. Hit my mic. Not been very viewed so far. But one of the stars of this finals, obviously one is SGA, but who beat the Knicks in the conference finals. I'm literally stalling because I'm trying to find this background to switch it. Tyrese Halliburton. So Tyrese Halliburton doing his thing. Just hit a game winner against the OKC Thunder in the first game of the finals. I think there's a lot of conversation in the season around people call him overrated. I think he's definitely stop those conversations. Thankfully for him, thankfully for his team, but it's kind of awkward player to kind of rank in terms of what caliber he sits in, really, because he's accomplished a lot. I think a lot of people think he plays in a great scheme for him. I think a lot of people understand that it's kind of that relationship is necessary, but just wanted to get y'all opinions on kind of what words, what phrases we can put to rank this player. Feel free to use any other players as reference. Yeah, whoever wants to jump in this, let's chat through this one.
Go ahead, Mal. This your dog, so you go ahead and go first. You start us off.
I'm gonna start this by saying when the year started, bruh, so many people were kicking his behind. Yo, he sucks. He's overrated. Ja, Trey, LaMelo over him. He should not have been on the Olympic team. And I'm vouching for my boy. Like, yo, it's still early. You guys are talking after 15, 20 games. Yeah, he sucks, but it's still early. I had a lot of people in my phone just, yo, he sucks, he sucks, he sucks. But, as time went on, haters started to quiet down, and he started to prove that I wouldn't say he's a GOAT, because that's not the proper term for him, but he's one of the greats right now. He's a facilitating genius. He takes care of the ball. And a lot of people watch basketball. They're not really fans of the game. They're like, oh, he doesn't score the ball enough, this and that. But, he's finishing the game with 10 plus assists, or on nights he got 20 points, 20 assists, no turnovers. Like that's absurd. That's crazy. But, I would just label him as a young star. That's how I label him. He has a lot of room to grow. He's still young, obviously. He's only 25. A lot of people are throwing him in talks, like comparing him to Steve Nash and Chris Paul at this age, when they were at this age. He has the better numbers compared to them, but who knows what could happen. I mean, there's plenty of times where we see stars are on the rise and, God forbid, an injury or something else happens, and they're what if. But, if everything stays the way it's going, I think he could really be one of the best point guards to ever play the game. Hopefully, if winning is tied to that. But, the brother could ball. He could ball for sure. So.
Yeah, I would say I'm on the same trajectory. I would definitely say like young star, and I know you mentioned like putting it in like a rank of players. Like I'll probably say he's in like the same tier as like Ant now. Like I think they're around the same tier. Like young stars that's on the rise, that's showing flashes. Only thing that's gonna get them to, I think, superstardom would be probably consistency. So I need to see this over like multiple games. I feel like both of them kind of lack a little bit sometimes, or they could disappear and you could not know that they're even on the court. And then also like longevity of it. Like you could have a breakout year, but can they go do this again? Like can Halliburton show up again for the next 2-3 years? Be right there on the all NBA teams and stuff like that and be all stars. Obviously he's on track to do so. So that's why I'll keep him as a young star right now. But I think consistency and also just like the longevity of it would kind of put him into that next class. You think of like superstars like Harden, LeBron, Curry, like they've been doing that for years. Even put Kawhi in there, even with injuries, like years they were killing the league and being top. So I think to get to that point, kind of reminds me of like a young PG, and if you want to use Indiana, like he was on the rise, he was doing his thing, took Bron a couple to, I think that they took him to Game 7 as a young cat over there. So kind of like that same kind of, I would say, like bracket. And I think what really doesn't bring him over the top right now is that like he's not the one getting these awards as of now. Like Siakam getting the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. That didn't sit right with me. But like I think that's like a big part in like you're a superstar. That joint should have been like a 5-2 vote and it should have been in favor of you and it should be clear. But the fact that's not clear and people are questioning if you're the best on your team, you're not superstar level yet.
Yeah, what do you think is like holding people back from like kind of just really like I'm honestly shocked he's not getting all the love because like he does this thing on the court. His team is usually phrased as like some underdogs, like he shoots well. He's like he's light skinned. He should have the world in the palm of his hands, like from NBA standards at this point. Like it's just like so. What do you guys think is like what's not putting him over? You mentioned the awards, but
the NBA, I'm pretty sure the fans don't like light skins. They ain't like JT. So now they hating on Halliburton.
Another one.
Yeah,
that's another one.
It falls under the whole JT kind of thing, you know. Honestly, it started off early with the you're cooking my parlay, you're cooking my slip. It was a lot of that, like, oh, you're not scoring more than 15. You're banned on the slip. It started off with that, and then he started playing better. You know, a lot of those people started shutting up. And then it was he's corny. He's doing too much on the court because of the Dame time thing, going back and forth with Dame. And then the team starts winning, and it's like, oh, playoffs come around. Last year, you guys beat injured teams and this and that. I think now people are starting to realize, like, especially after this last game winner, like this brother is the truth a little bit, you know, like, even though he may not score a lot, he's a winner, though. Like, I mean, 4-game winners in one playoff span, it's pretty crazy. So I think people are starting to come around a little bit, but I was hearing it all because his outfits, his shot is ugly, not hitting the slip, his voice changing. There's a lot of everything. And like we said a few episodes before, people are just on Twitter and IG, TikTok, just hating. So it is what it is. But I don't know. I think if it comes around, SGA may start getting a little bit of hate, and they'll start calling him a free throw merchant and stuff like that. And Hallie will get some more love for sure. It'll lead to a lot of uncomfortable conversations that I don't think he should be a part of, at least for now. But yeah, I mean, I think people are starting to come around now, for sure.
I think they are because of SGA. Everybody, you had the one side of SGA that's like, oh, his aura is aura. Oh my gosh. Then you have the other side that's, of course, he's at the free throw line. So like now people are, you know, looking at comments are like, oh, Hallie, please end this, or this, that, and the other. And then you also have the ones that's like, oh, Hallie's gonna get humbled. I don't know, it's weird. But if we look at it and we know, honestly, being real life basketball fans, a lot of people are just hop on trends, or they just say anything and go with it. And that's like, it sucks that gets blended in with like real basketball fans. So you just really don't know. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. But I like Halliburton. I've always liked him. It's just he's going into my team, so I have to hate on him a little bit. But I rock with the kid.
No, yeah, that's always allowed for sure. Got to when y'all playing each other for sure. Yeah, I think that's all we got there. I think really just the main thing, something that came up in my head when I was thinking about it, is just like why I think we have this young crop of players, and everyone's like, who's going to be next up? Who's going to be next up? But I think when we look, like, I feel like we kind of grew up with like the LeBron like story, and like I guess none of these players are really allowed to like really have that impact because
that was one
really,
of them.
Yeah, they're like you really can't because there's just so much to pay attention to, so many people, and like that's why it kind of makes sense while they're just everybody's kind of doing it their own way. Like Ant is kind of does it his own way. Tyrese is up there, he does his own way. Like the Trae Youngs of the league, they kind of have their own thing. So I think that's cool, and we could almost get back to the days where we have just different personalities scattered across the league, and then maybe at some point it'll save All-Star Weekend and make it something. I don't know, but
that's a good point.
You're sort of doing USA versus World now.
Yeah, no, it's great segue. Journalist.
The world's getting cooked.
Y'all got USA easy.
Easy.
Yeah, I have USA.
If they decide to actually play and not BS, the US is cooking that easy.
Even if they do BS, USA is going to cook.
On the spot, but what lineup do you think the world can put out, y'all?
Giannis,
y'all got one?
Jokic, Shea, Wemby,
and Luka.
Yep.
And then after that is when it starts to fall off. That's when it falls off.
Then you got Sengun, maybe. Who else is there? I feel like it's I don't know.
Bonus.
That's another reason I don't like that though. Because
you get a Thompson twin.
Yeah, but the thing is, are they worthy to be all-stars? Or are you just picking them as all-stars because they're a world? That's what's gonna piss me off.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because like after the top five,
I didn't think of that.
is like, are any of those guys even all NBA guys? No. So there's going to be a lot of USA guys that's really should be all stars, but they're not because they're doing you. That's the only reason I don't like that personally.
yeah. The whole All Star thing is skewed because Andrew Wiggins was an All Star a few years ago off of fan votes. Like, it's
That too.
already BS. It's already BS from the rip. So
Yeah.
who knows?
Well, we'll tap into that when that time comes around. That's just it's nasty.
Facts. All right, y'all. We got a good award. What y'all got?
I'll go first. I got mine. I'll just go NBA fans, man, or basketball fans. I think we got a good finals ahead of us, especially after game one. It was looking a little scary. A lot of people coming in were saying, if you're hating on this, you're not a real fan. This is two good basketball teams that are going to go back and forth for a full series, no matter how many games it is. And I could see that already. I mean, down 12 at the half after playing awful, coming back, battling. You don't lead the game at all up until the last 0.3 seconds, like on the enemy's court. It is going to be a good series, so no matter what. So I think real basketball fans are going to enjoy it. It'll be a good watch, and we'll all look back somewhere down the line and say, like, you know what, those two teams went at it, and it was a great watch. So
for sure.
No doubt.
I'm gonna change the trajectory a little bit. I'm gonna get off basketball. My good award is gonna go to actually Shedeur Sanders. I feel like just because I feel like obviously when football comes around, we'll dive into it a little bit. But I feel like the world is against him. And even this guy top left over here, he didn't like him before because he felt like he talked a lot. But I think in this situation that he's in now, I feel like he hasn't said a word, and he's just been like ESPN just been posting everything, and the Browns are posting everything, and he's just been like looks like he's been killing. So a big shout out to him after everything that they put him through. We knew he was a top 3 quarterback in this draft, but I feel like he's killing, and also he just like staying silent and silencing a lot of the haters. So that'll be my good award.
Oh no, we got a lot of Shedeur Sanders thoughts on this channel. I've been actually telling myself I'm gonna make a video on it. I've been telling myself to make a video, and I just haven't got around to it. So I'm gonna do that. Maybe we'll do it together. We'll figure it out.
Say less. I'm with it.
But yeah, so apparently Mal hates Shedeur, and
I don't know
we'll keep it pushing from there.
Oh, bro, you know. Every time the Colorado's game was going on, you used to be like, oh, they're about to lose. You used to be hating. You're a hater.
You know what?
It's okay. Accept it. You're a hater.
You know what? You got it. Let's not get into that.
Thank you.
All right. I throw my head. Who we got going on? I'll give first of all start because both y'all kind of you talked about the finals. About mine's just the ESPN ABC halftime show. Like they literally just scream at us for like 15 minutes straight. Stephen A was in so crazy. So it gets to a point where it's really bad. Like
sounds like you're taking TNT over ABC.
Well, I mean, in terms of entertainment, yeah, but like it's just like they just like I don't know.
Yeah,
all those people are really good. Like I don't know. I appreciate what all those people have done for themselves and their lives, but it's just they're just screaming at us the entire halftime show. And it's just I don't love it, but we can move on to y'all's.
Mine is gonna go to my New York Knickerbockers. Yeah, they pissed me off the other day, and this is the first time I've like commented on an IG post. Yeah, this picture right here.
Yo, Brunson, man, ugly.
Yo, still on my point guard. Still on my point guard. Like I get it. You're having fun as a team. Oh my goodness. I get it. You having fun as a team, but I think what really threw me over the top was the finals 2026. Like I can already picture like House of Highlights animating that picture, putting something different on it that says like losers in like the first round or something like that, and we're cooked. Like I can already see it. I can already see it coming. But like I don't know. As I'm not gonna lie. Like if it came out with that stupid post, I'd be like, yo, take that off immediately. Like just celebrate the season, celebrate as the guys. But I don't know. It just looked bad. Cameras got around, and especially the way we went out to Pacers, that looked even worse. Like I was like, all right, come on, bro. Let's lock. I mean, I get it. Enjoy your off season, have fun. Nothing against that, but I think what really blew minds was the sign. That sign really pissed me off. I saw that and just shook my head. Mind you, our coach just got fired and everything. Like the timing is just impeccable.
They don't care.
They don't care. They're about to get rest during their games after that. You think they're gonna miss a Tom Thibodeau practice? Are you kidding me? They're not gonna miss that. I think that's also just a classic, like, it's not as bad as it looks situation, but it looks horrible.
Horrible.
It looks so
horrible.
bad.
Like,
I get like, I really get that you have to like unrest and unwind, and like obviously like really at the end of the day you're a millionaire, so I really get like
for sure.
Like obviously this hurts, but like it hurts only for so. But like there's just different. There's ways to go about it, and like this was, I don't know. This is by far my favorite.
No, that picture is.
What is he doing?
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Yo, I think they were at the place that we went to, that purple place.
No, somewhere else.
Oh, it looked like it, like the interior.
Strongly doubt it. It's possible though. I don't know.
It looks like it. The interior looks like it, but I don't know.
Shoot, I don't know. But congrats, y'all. Honestly, congrats on the season though. I think now we can put the Knicks 2024-25 season to rest at this moment.
We sure
Howie, congratulations on what you guys accomplished.
Thank you.
I hope it doesn't all come crashing down. And I'm really excited for this off season for all of us, I think, especially. But yeah, Mal, throw my head.
All right, my thought, my head goes to Jalen Brunson, aka Fathead, aka Rock'em Sock'em, aka Frontal. That brother
Frontal.
Brother is leave that picture up while I cook him. This brother right
take
here
it
is
down.
Brony. That boy got cooked by the Pacers, took it to the sauna, and posted that picture. Yo, I have no respect for Jalen Brunson.
No respect.
Series, bro. No, none. I'm tired of the one-strand braids. Also, come on,
two-strand actually, two-strand twist. Let's get it right.
Garbage.
Yeah, we're not gonna put all the blame on Jalen Brunson. I'm not gonna sit here and take that. I'm not gonna do that. Not gonna
as
happen.
A top at least 12 player.
We blame it.
No. His brother could chime in with his whack ass 2 cents after I'm done cooking his one. As a top 12 player in the league, top 4 point guard at this time coming into the series, you're scoring the rock. That's a given for sure. But what else are you doing? You're pounding the hell out of the ball. You're getting cooked defensively. All that scoring is not equating to the winning. At what point do you look at yourself and say, I'm going to change my style of play to affect this team and lead us to a W? Howie, please answer. As a 1, you scoring the ball.
Where was this? We need this.
Your point guard is scoring the ball. You're not touching pill like that. Your teammate's not touching pill like that. They're not touching the pill. He's getting cooked on defense consistently, but coming down on offense, pounding the rock for 18 seconds. At what point do you say, brother man, we got to change your style of play if we want to go to the chip?
Well, I'm not a biased Knicks fan, and I think I texted you all this the other day. If I had to put blame on the team, I would say, I wish I could.
He's getting off track. We could get
no. I'm gonna answer your question. But I have to make this point clear first. I'm gonna give 40% to Jalen Brunson. No, I'm sorry, not 40%. 30% to Jalen Brunson. Another 30 to the big man, Cat. Yeah, these two. 30 and 30. And then I'm giving 20 to Tibbs and 20 to the rest of the team. That equals 100, doesn't it?
My thing, though. You guys.
Oh no, I'm not done. I let you have your point. I'm not done.
That checks out.
I let you have
on
your
the fly.
point.
So with that being said, yes, Brunson did that. But then also his partner in crime, the big bodega, also had his lacking on defense and on offense.
Well, can I get my can I
come, bro? Finish what you gotta say.
Did you guys win how many games? 2? the first game, who led the way while a certain somebody was on the bench?
Okay, the big bodega. Go ahead.
There you go.
Okay, that's one game.
There you go. You guys won 2. The second one, Indiana said, here, take this, please. Take this, please. You guys need this. Bro, let me give you a stat real quick. May I? Please. Justin, please, may I give a stat?
Oh, go ahead. No. That's
Jalen Brunson, this series on floor, net rating for the Knicks, minus 11.6. When this top 12 player is off the court, though, plus 18.1. Brother man, at what point do we say things need to change?
What was Cats?
I don't have that because they're not throwing that stat out there. That's how garbage Brunson played this series.
Well, I'm off analytics from time to time, but I watched.
That's a crazy analytic, bro.
It is a crazy analytic, and that's something we need to figure out. And like I said before, off camera, if he didn't get stupid fouls, I'm pretty sure he would be a decent defender. But he's hiding, and because he has 4 fouls going into the fourth quarter, so that's stupid. No, it's definitely. I'm definitely not going to say that.
Every
game.
No,
every game.
Every game is foul trouble with their stars. Though
they had the same problem.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's the stars, which is like that's like I don't know how. But again, like I don't know. It's like I think they do foul more so than an average good defender in the NBA should. But then also just that combined with them being out there for an abnormally like long amount of time, like that's just a formula for like madness. So I think on both ends, like I don't know. That's why I'm saying like I'm kind of like I don't know. I'm kind of chilling on the Knicks because I think I'm really impressed with how far they came. Honestly, with how reasonable the Knicks fans are with this, I think it may all come crashing down after this, which is why I'm chilling.
I think we have one more year. I think we have one more year to really try again. I think next year is the year that we really try again, just because Celtics, JT is going to be coming back. I don't think they're going to be – they're still going to be a threat, but they're going to also make some crazy off-season moves for sure. The Pacers are going to be back, but the thing with the Pacers is that, like, they're not like Boston where they felt unbeatable. So I feel like the people can get a crack at the Pacers, even though they're going to be very good. Excuse me. And then you also have the Cavs, frauds. Not really worried about them. I'll be surprised if they do anything crazy next year. But that's why I think the Knicks window is really next year. We keep our core guys again.
What did you just say?
I've been said it 3 times. I said the window is next year. But
for who?
The Knicks to make it to the finals.
With who?
What do you mean with who? With the team we have. We keep all of our core guys.
What?
Nobody's contract expires. What are you talking about?
You guys have to add though.
You do have to add.
Your team is like the prime definition of good. That's it. So
clearly, we are talking prematurely for any moves that's going to be made. I'm saying this with hoping that we make smart moves. Making smart moves. This is our window. We have our core pieces and go from there.
And he shot 38% from the field, bro, in the Eastern Conference Finals. He was so mad he's headbutting people when he's not scoring a pill after he flopping.
Oh, brother! Like I said,
game with 5 turnovers.
What is that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
God forbid a player. God forbid a player doesn't show up in the clutch. It's happened to all the greats. Literally all the greats.
He's not a great.
Okay, my point exactly. So why are we riding him so much? My point exactly. It's happened to Jordan. It's happened to Bron. It's happened to Kobe. It's happened to all of them. So why are we riding him so much?
Bro, please. Oh my God. Exactly. You guys aren't going to win with this team next year. You're telling me with a new coach.
Did I say we were going to win? Justin, did I say we were going to win? Did I say that?
You kind of did. You said the windows next year. I think that's what kind of started this.
Let
me clarify. When I say the window, I mean like there's an absolute chance. Like when we had Julius Randle,
I'm saying donut, 0.
Okay, yeah, now I don't
on his stomach. That's what y'all have.
I see. I think you can say you guys are still in that window, but I think with that you have to say you guys have to supplement the team. I think I agree. From a front office standpoint, yes, this is the Knicks window, but I think there's some serious things questioning that, and you guys have added on to that by firing the coach who might be able to get the best out of this team? I think that's another question that I haven't heard asked, which I think Knicks fans are kind of a little scared to ask themselves. Like, I think it's very possible that this coach, while he did fail and he did have problems, like at this group of players, he may be the best. Which in turn, you guys will have a chance to add on to this. But it seemed like you guys were really building this all around. I was assuming his vision, so it's just like kind of a lot of things we answered now.
Oh, brother, you guys are better. You guys are better. This I wouldn't be surprised.
All right. If that's the case,
I have more confidence in this team blowing up before the next season starts than I have on you guys making it to Eastern Conference Finals again next year.
Wow, that's a bold statement.
I think they are gonna have to take some steps back. I think they are, but I think they only will if they don't like do something for like a cat for like Giannis. Obviously not straight up, but like that sort of like unless that sort of thing happens, I think you guys are gonna have to take like two steps back to take it.
So Mal, let me ask you a question, Mal. Right. If that's the case, then who's your Eastern Conference? Obviously, it's very early, but who's your Eastern Conference Finals teams right now? Next year.
Eastern Conference Finals teams are the teams that I think will make it further than you guys. So I guess hand in hand.
We'll get into the second round.
We'll go Pacers. Saying that every team remains the same.
Every team, okay, just like you're guessing.
Pacers, Cavs, I think will be better than y'all. The Bucks. No. I take it back. My apologies. The Pistons were giving you guys some hell there. Yeah, I feel like I'm missing a team here.
Sixers.
Hey, if everyone comes back healthy, they get a nice little draft pick. It's very possible. Why is it not happening?
I would have took y'all in this series with our team we had now.
They're not going to be healthy. Steen, you're insane. They're not going to be healthy.
How?
They're not going to be healthy.
How am I insane for thinking they're going to be healthy? You were just talking
about no. You're insane for saying that that team now would have beat us. That's crazy. Yeah, we'll be good.
I think healthy, in a series.
Yeah, we'll be good. I'm not gonna lie. You girls are gonna be good.
I don't know. Cat's got to be somewhere on the court or against us. I don't know. Well, I don't know where that's going to be.
You guys lost in the ECF and plan on at least making it to the chip by firing your coach. There's more moves that need to be made there.
I'm not disagreeing. I agree.
Okay, and until those moves are made, I think you guys have a 0% chance to make it to the finals.
Okay. I'm going on the optimistic side, saying that we will be smart in terms of hiring a coach and some kind of offseason player movement. And
they're not going to hire. They're not going to hire who they need to hire, bro. They're talking about interviewing Jason Kidd. Like Mike Malone is available. Mike Brown is available. Taylor Jenkins is available. Like I'm available. Hire somebody. Like, what are you talking about?
As things stand today, I am leaning a little towards Howie. I think like they did make it to the conference finals. There's something there to build on. I don't believe in the tools, but like again, a good coach could be the idea to figure out like how to pull this all through. And so I think as it stands today, I do kind of lean towards Howie where there are things to prove on, kind of like
of course.
Taking out of hand, like obviously the Pacers are probably going to look better next year. Taking those things out of hand, I do, but yeah, it's a big offseason for the Knicks and many other teams, and yeah, the Eastern Conference is going to get better. Western Conference is going to get scary, and yeah, we'll see.
It's going to be disgusting.
We'll see where everything lies. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Get off your hearts and minds before we wrap up.
I got everything off my chest. I'm looking forward to our next session after the series gets evened up.
Man, let me throw out the little Pacers in 6, man. Let me just get it on.
Pacers. Oh yeah, we even honestly, I kind of went over the finals kind of topic. Well, what you guys? So you said Pacers in 6.
Yeah,
how you feeling about this?
Before game one, I had OKC in 6. You know, I was trying to be realistic, but after the way game 1 played out, Pacers played awful. First half, down 12, came back, lost the turnover battle by, what was it, 15 plus, and still won by 1. They played some of their worst basketball. I feel like they do this every series. They always get whooped, play bad, and find a way to win, and smack the other team. So we'll see how they respond, but I got them in 6, man. Let's see how it plays out.
Nah, yeah, I like your use of the fan therapy rule. Games, when it comes to a series, you can change your prediction after the first game for certain. NBA is too. The NBA players are too annoying with that stuff. Howie, what you got for this series?
I had OKC in 5, and I was only if OKC won the first 2 in OKC. But obviously things change, so I now have OKC in 7. I think they bounce back game 2. They have to. If they don't, then it's going to get wicked. But I think they bounce back in game 2. I think they also win that first one in Indiana. And then I kind of think it goes like the home team is going to win the next couple games. Just because OKC's home court advantage is actually insane. They play like when they get in those little flurries, those 20-0 runs, 20-3 runs is actually stupid. But Indiana's resilient, so I don't know. I think OKC in 7. I hope it goes to 7 though, because it was a great watch for that game 1. I'm definitely going to be tuned in on Sunday. So I really hope it goes to 7.
J-Dub and Chet need to play basketball.
Yeah. They didn't show up in game 1.
Right.
So.
In that Denver series, when they were losing games, J-Dub was playing very, very bad. When he played good, in those games. So if they want to win, the Pacers got guys who could. Obi Toppin almost had 20 points yesterday.
Oh my gosh!
You never know. Somehow, you just never know. So
Obi Toppin.
J-Dub, Chet, Shea is gonna cook regardless.
Yeah, that's given.
30 plus at the minimum every game. But
I also didn't like how many shots he put up though, and I think that was part of Indiana's game plan. Shea put up like 22 plus shots plus free throws.
When Nembhard was guarding him, he only held him to 8 points, bro. I sent y'all a message.
Nembhard,
we got to start putting screenshots with timestamps in these.
I got y'all. I'll start getting to work on that for sure.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, that like, have we seen Oklahoma City really lose that way? I know I'm extending this, but have we? That was, I think that was really got me having like Pacers in 7 for sure. Like,
not in the playoffs.
A buzzer beater against them.
Nobody hit it. Oh no! Oh yeah, I'm lying. Yes. Denver did the Aaron Gordon dunk.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
but like just seeing them, like I think my thing was like I think the Pacers could play well in every game, but like just beating OKC is just a whole different thing. Like we've just seen teams put up good games, see teams put up ducks against them, but seeing the Pacers come out with that win really made me actually like believe that their methods, how they go about their game, could really beat them. So I think I'm gonna go Pacers in 7 on this one. But honestly, I hope we can get 7 games out of this series before we go into the sports black hole and stuff like that. But
that would be so fun.
All right, for real this time. Anything else we want to get off our hearts and minds before we head out?
That's all, brother. All good here.
All right, y'all.
I got nothing else, man. Nothing else.
All right. Appreciate y'all as always. Glad we could finally put a nice bow on the Knicks season, give them the rest that they deserve. Glad they're all partying, moving on to the finals and then the off season. Got a lot to talk about still. All right. Have a good rest of y'all days. Peace.
All right.